Good evening,
Austria.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you.
What's up, everybody? We're still living. We're all right.
It is hot and muggy in Salinas. If you are not
We're
paying
surviving.
attention to the weather today, it's been off and on rainy. Apparently, we haven't fixed the clock yet since I stepped on the surge protector last week. It is not 10:42. It is now 7:10. So apologies for being 10 minutes late, but here we are. We are in the studio. Oz, good to see you.
Dan, how's it going? 10 minutes late is pretty good.
We're
10 minutes late is pretty good.
late. Late is a time construct.
What are we, CNN headline news? No.
Good evening, Jen. Good evening,
Sure.
Derek. Okay. What I didn't ask is, do you have plenty of time on your Spotify-ness?
6.5 hours.
Okay, we are fantastically. We are ready to go. If you are following along on Instagram, I see Monster Verde's on there. There's Angel. There's Brett. Ooh, there's Monterey Bay FC Espanol. There's Joey. There's Claudia Stella Pearl. The Whiskey Club USA is joined. Hey, welcome in, folks. Okay. And there's producer Mary. Hello.
And I've started doing. I just run on Greenwich Mean Time.
Well, that's 8 hours ahead from here.
Yeah, so it's like, it's 7 a.m. It's like, no, it's not. It's 2 p.m. I follow Greenwich Mean Time. Give me my beer, sir.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So, all right. So yeah, let's hold on. I'm going through our comments here. There's Mary. Hello, Mary. I tried to call Mary on the way to the show tonight. So I'll catch up with her later.
Keep sending the messages, Mary. I know I can fall off and disappear off the face of the earth. You're still my favorite.
There you go. Okay.
That hasn't changed.
Okay. I think we're ready. So that arm, because we're not using that mic. It kind of feels like we have. Well, no, but it feels like we have an A-frame cottage in the foreground.
Let me take that off.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Yeah. I got the camera set up. Johnny 5, Johnny 6, Johnny 7. He's on the tripod. He's ready to go. But yeah, it feels awkward that all of a sudden we've got this A-frame cabin, sticking up in the foreground, and if we don't need it, we don't need it, and we're just going to set it down. There you go. Now I feel like we've got, and we're missing. We got to bring. Let's grab Shankies. We got to bring Shankies into the foreground, and we'll put Shankies over here in front of the mix. There we go. Very well. As I shared on the drop-in Instagram page the other night, we have been hyping Shankies now for over 2 years. It's time for you to get to know Shankies. If you haven't, don't you think it's time to
Everybody likes it, so we introduce it to.
Yep. Okay. So I think it is time for Spotify-ness.
Oh yeah,
and we'll go from there.
Let's do this.
Do you want to do you said you wanted to start tonight, but do you want to start tonight on Spotify, or do you want to start tonight on video before we go Spotify? No, the thing that you wanted to start the show with, that you said you were going to start, because of what's going on over at Alvarado tonight, because of what today is.
The Prince thing.
Yeah, you were going to go, dearly beloved.
I'm afraid that. Actually, let's do this. Okay.
Do you want to do it on Spotify?
No. Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I.
All right.
Do I go?
You guys on YouTube, you get to see me. It says the thing about his whole life.
Do you want it
before he starts a podcast?
Do you want to be live first, or do you want to be dearly beloved before we go?
No, live, and then dearly.
Okay, fair. It's not like we do this every week, but there was a reminder today. Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Live. The drop-in is live.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in this thing called football. So apparently it's like Prince's birthday or something. So
there you go. And
dude, I feel like Prince. Dearly beloved, is Purple Rain not one of the sexiest movies ever made? It's so steamy.
Fair enough.
Purple Rain is so the motorcycles and Lake Minnetonka.
There's shot by Johnny. Good to see you, sir. game blouses. From Thank you, Chappelle Show from so long ago. Okay, no, so the drop-in is live, brought to you by
Rising Phoenix Tap Room, 320 Broadway. I was hanging out with some of that crew last night. Oh man, yeah, great location, 320 King City. It's a dude. If either way, if you're going down to Santa Barbara, Los Angeles, it's a great in between. If you're coming up and going to Big Sur, Monterey, or whatever, it's a great spot to stop to get a little pit stop.
There you go. And it's a reminder, if you are driving from SoCal to NorCal, it is a nice reminder that you're only an hour from home. So there you go. Yeah, Mary says it's the anniversary of his death, of Prince's death. That's what I thought.
Super dark, but I love it.
And so Angel Espinola over on Instagram says Oscar for Oz already. Anthony has joined. Hello, Anthony. Good to see you. And if I may, just real quick, shout out to Colonel Devlin. Would have been his 79th birthday this morning or today. So there you go. So
I still want his book. Dad. I still want his book.
Did I not get you?
No, you have not.
I gave you the PDF.
Yeah.
You want the physical copy? We can get it on Amazon. Unfortunately, I don't see anything of that because it is now public domain stuff that got released by the U.S. Army War College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Dan's dad wrote a book too that you could buy.
It's his thesis
you could buy
that somebody took the thesis and decided, hey, here's a moneymaker. And they just started selling it on Amazon. And I went to Amazon and said, hey, cease and desist. And I was told, public domain, you can't do anything about this.
Yeah, he was a military dude. Our taxes paid for that, Dan.
But the book is about
that illegally.
The book is about Colonel Buford, John Buford, and his selection of the battlefield that became the Battle of Gettysburg. So
yes.
And again, no, this is the best part. The high ground. So if you're a Star Wars nerd, it's a continuation of that. So there you go.
General Buford said, "Yeah, I've never seen a more beautiful battleground." and he was a cavalryman.
Yes,
he was a. It's so funny, and I say this because this is one of the
tangent incoming. This is why you're here.
This is one of the very few things that I think you guys might know about me. I am. It's gross. War is not nice. War sucks. Like it's just messed up destruction. But the Civil War is such an interesting thing to me, and especially Battle of Gettysburg. Yeah. I know this sounds weird, but from July 1st to July 4th, I can almost draw you out hour by hour of how it went down. And dude. And everything, and again, it starts with John Buford. Colonel John Buford, John C. Buford. Yeah, and his cavalry, and it's just it's one of those funny things that nobody. I am a weirdo. I know. A lot of people don't expect certain things from me, but I mean, I could literally draw you out of an hourly battle of Gettysburg.
Yep,
so weird. I am obsessed with that. It was just
and if you've never seen the miniseries Gettysburg that was on television, General Robert E. Lee was played by Martin Sheen.
He was so good.
And Colonel John C. Buford was played by the one and only Sam Elliott. And I think that's probably why Dad was most excited about it. So Ellie,
20th Maine what was his name?
Chamberlain. Jeff Daniels played him. Just the look on his face when he calls for bayonets.
Fix bayonets, and they do the door.
We're gonna swing down the hill like a door.
I have in my life. I have said this in like this. This is the 20th Maine.
Anthony says, "Here we go. Here comes a tangent." Yeah. Tangents are bread and butter. Folks.
We've won 0 matches this year. Okay, we've won 0 matches. What are we gonna
allow us a tangent or two?
I'm talking about Gettysburg right now. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Gettysburg. But no, we're here. Okay, all right.
Ellie says, I'm loving the studio setup. She hasn't looked around lately, but the pride flags, the Angel City scarf, the golden shankies, love. There you go. All right. And then, like I said, over on Instagram, Anthony says, here we go. And Dr. Hernandez 3 has joined. So also we mentioned Rising Phoenix.
How good is Glory? Glory is such a good Civil War movie as well. And we're still talking, dude. You had Morgan Freeman, you had Denzel, you had Ferris Bueller, you had everybody.
First black regiment in the Union Army. I mean, just
mostly made up, but it's still a cool story.
Well,
they were real.
They were real, but there was
final battle was all fake,
there was creative license taken with the story to make it. But I mean, great film.
Oh yeah, dude, I get it, dude. Sam Jackson's character.
We have an emu down.
I'm talking about Denzel.
We have an emu down.
Oh shit!
Hold on.
Was that on?
I don't know. We have to go look.
Do we have a Confederate emu?
No, I think he just got bumped.
Did you call it the War of Northern Aggression?
No.
Is that what we're talking? He is from the South. He's from the Southern Hemisphere. I think it goes that deep. Dude, Kevin, I thought you were cool, man.
If you would like to go see emus live in the feathers, you can go to the Monterey Zoo out there on River Road. Okay, hold on. The show is we said we started. The show is brought
8 minutes in. We're not talking about soccer at all.
The show is brought to you by Rising Phoenix and Derek's Designs. And we said last episode, Jen said, or Jessica said, hey, we need a QR code. And Derek responded with a QR code. So there you are. If you want to look for the catalog right now, freeze frame, use your phone, scan the QR code, boom, there you go. Thank you, Derek. We got that in there. Let me take that off again. Boom, there you go. All right. So Oz.
Oh, that's so good.
So we had 2:00 kickoff on Saturday. It was a very long day for us because 7 a.m. at Brass Tap for Premier League mornings, for PL mornings, and then so we had two games at 7.
My team played Sunday, so I was chilling.
We had 2 games at 7. We had 1 game at 9:30. We had Spurs Brighton at 9:30. And then we had
what a finish.
And then we had Chelsea versus Man United at noon. And then that went right into Monterey Bay at 2:00. So yeah, our guys went to Colorado Springs. There's Owen. Owen, sorry, he's late. He had dinner. No problem. Thank you, Owen. Good to see you.
Does the doggy pals count?
Yep. There's the doggy pals. Who else? Raphael has joined. There we go. All right.
Owen has the dropping hat now, by the way.
Yes, he does.
He was wearing that on Saturday.
And if you ever notice,
it's a great
there
hat.
It is.
Jordan Stewart would look great.
I think he would too. I wonder if we could get him to wear one. That would be great. But he's not wearing hats this season. For whatever reason, he's not wearing hats. But anyway, so the guys traveled to Colorado Springs to take on the Switchbacks. And as we reminded everybody, Colorado Springs is 800 and some odd feet, or just under 800 feet higher than Denver. Denver is, of course, known as the Mile High City. But
and it's right by Pueblo. Pueblo sucks.
Colorado Springs is over 6,000 feet elevation, and is also the home of Pikes Peak, the highest point. No, that's Mount McKinley. We've had this talk, and we've talked about it before.
I've had its coffee though.
Yes, we're talking about it. Well, are we going to talk about the Switchback? Yes, we are going to talk about the Switchbacks post. Oh shoot, I wonder if I should go get that. I wonder, can we? I think I have it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yep. Look, hold on.
We got roasted so hard.
Oh, it was harsh. Goodness gracious.
That was good. It was good. It's good. Hey, you have to come back. Hey, Colorado Springs, you enjoyed it. That's cool. Enjoy that.
Let me go put that.
You have to come here. You have to come here.
You still have to come to Monterey.
And you set the precedent. If you come here and win, respect. respect. We got nothing. But if you come back to Seaside and you falter, we are ripping into you.
It was so harsh.
You are Colorado Springs, Colorado. You're not Vail. You're not.
You're not Pueblo. You're not.
Pueblo sucks. I'm okay with that. Pueblo sucks.
For me, Pueblo will always be. There was a. Oh shoot! Did they already take it down?
The Eisenhower Tunnel sucks. Seen better tunnels in my life.
Oh, there it is. Okay, got it.
What a loser tunnel. Eisenhower, that's a 2,000-foot tunnel. You think that's a good tunnel?
Okay.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
It's okay, dude. It's okay. Hold on. Let me.
The Rockies suck. John Elway was a loser.
Hold on. Can I get this? Hold on. Let me go get it. Okay. Just one moment.
What else? Craig Biggio, dude. Craig Biggio limped into the Hall of Fame at best. That's all you got?
All right. So let's talk about. So we went to Colorado Springs. There's an Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, by the way. It's also the home of Peterson Air Force Base.
No wonder the Chinese beat us in gold medals.
And Fort Carson, an Army base over there, Army post in Colorado Springs.
Defending Colorado, you're 200 years too late.
Okay, our guys went to Colorado Springs looking for our first win of the season. And sadly, Elijah Paul opened his goal account for the season. Nice. Wonderful stuff. Yep, sadly, Switchbacks took the lead. We then equalized, or no, they went 2-0 up, and then we got one back. And then, then the wheels came off. The game ended 4-1 to the Switchbacks. Not the best, but Ellie was asking if we were going to talk about their post, and this is the social media post that the Switchbacks social media team put up. If you can't read that, the caption says things that don't mix well, and the picture shows Monterey Bay FC and winning. I mean,
that dirty river is giving a lot of nutrients to that nutrient poor ocean over there. You're welcome, fish.
If you know anything about this particular picture, that it is there are two bodies of water that come together, and because of I'm trying to remember if it's the salinity or if it's the pH balance of the two bodies of water, they do not mix. So that's the picture that was used there. But
racism.
I believe the word that Parker used was clocked. So there you go.
Period.
So
that's what the kids would say. Period.
You got your notebook. You've got 3 pages of notes. You said. So let's talk about.
They all say we suck.
Well, no, come on now, Oz. Come on. Let's. 6 games into the season, we are not doing as well as we would as we have anticipated. New leadership, new management, new squad, 20 new players. But sadly, the results are not coming. That's, if you're keeping score, folks at home, that's 2 draws, 4 losses, no wins. 3 goals on the season, 2 from Wesley Leggett and 1 from Elijah Paul. What do you have stats wise for us, buddy?
Oh man, it's the shots. What
Ellie says our marketing has to step it up when Colorado comes to Seaside. Boom.
Yeah, and
then Anthony on Instagram says simply Spurs.
Well,
sorry, Jen.
that's ultimately this last weekend. 2 out of my 3 football teams that wear blue did pretty well. So I came out all right.
I did not have the earthquakes on my bingo card, but we'll talk
4-1 over LAFC.
Okay,
what is that
in LA? But we'll talk about that. Let's finish. What? Let's talk about. We're here to talk about Monterey Bay. Let's finish about Monterey Bay.
We have a team.
Yes, we have a team. You know we have a team. We've been covering them for. This is the 5th year that we've been covering them. Let's go. So I think the
Just
damning
kidding.
statistic that you texted me earlier was Colorado had 19 shots. Monterey Bay had 3.
19 shots. Yeah, and they weren't all on goal. But
17 of them were on goal.
Yes.
So 19 shots, 17 on goal.
In the last 2 matches, actually, so it was Colorado Springs, Indy 11. They had 17 shots on goal versus Monterey Bay FC's 3. On Saturday against Colorado Springs, they had 4. They had more shots on goal one match than we had all, the last 2. I don't know. It's so tough because we saw the debut of Chris Kevin.
Yes, Chris Kevin Najee.
Yeah, yep. and it was quite an impressive debut.
Esther says, actually, that's 2 words, dear. But Esther says one word.
What is that? And you can actually, because I've seen TV shows, but like you can. I don't want to mess with this magic. I've seen. What was I put a spell on you? The Disney thing went
Bippity boppity boo.
No, with the 3 witches, and it was Sarah Michelle Gellar and
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
So you can mess up black magic. So are there literally ladies on Etsy that you could just send like $20 to like do your bidding? Is that what she means?
You're going to have to come and ask Esther yourself.
I might be able to get a date that way.
Oh, boy. Oh.
I'm just going to send $10 to all these Etsy ladies. And like, dude, I like football. I like philosophy. I like history.
Ellie says that, yes, on Etsy, you can pay one of these ladies and they will put a curse on your opponents.
I love those women. I fully support their behavior and their.
Don't be afraid of the power.
I'm afraid of where it might take me. I'm not afraid of that it might hurt me. I'm afraid of how far it might take me forward, and I might not be able to deal with the success of these $10 Etsy witches. It's a little concerning. I'm doing this. I'm going to do this.
I can't. Okay, you're going to have to talk to Esther.
What's work? What can we do? We're not going to make the playoffs again? I'm paying $10 to these ladies.
Okay, all right. So
Chris Kevin makes his debut.
Yep.
24 minutes, 10 out of 10 passing, 1 shot off target, 3 duels won, 1 duel lost. The guy came in.
Angel Gonzalez says, like Cruz Azul, they have a bruja at the beginning of the season. Come to the stadium.
Let's we do that.
Joey says over on Instagram, we have a wizard already. The Wizard of Oz that we got.
I need my sorcerer apprentice hat has been in retirement. I need to bring
there's an Etsy witch to help you with too much success as well.
There's no such thing as too much success.
Oh.
You're just too weak to handle it.
All right, so we didn't do so hot in Colorado. We saw the debut of Chris Kevin Najee.
It's one of those that, again, I get it. We have not seen the full capabilities of this team, but how much can we go without seeing the full capabilities? And again, mathematically, like I was telling you earlier,
yep.
Let me talk about this because, okay, yeah, it's still early in the season.
It's 6 games in.
Yeah, it's still early in the season.
Just quick reminder. Quick reminder that the game this Saturday against Oakland Roots is in the Prinx Tire Company Cup.
Can I have free tires, Prinx?
This is the replacement for the Jägermeister Cup. So this is not league play. Remember, we lose 4 games out of the league season so that we can participate in this cup. So we don't get to play Brooklyn. We don't get to play the Riverhounds from
12
Pittsburgh.
points, 12 potential points.
12
or
12
taken away.
potential points are taken away from us so that we can participate in this cup game, which means we play Oakland an extra game, we play El Paso an extra game, we play Sacramento an extra game, and we play AFC Boise in Idaho. So, okay. So sorry, I cut you off. Please. We're talking about the league again.
It's early in the
6
season.
games in.
Yes, it's early in the season, and again, we can turn this around, and there's players coming in and all that. But then you just do it mathematically. Okay, cool. Like, I feel that this can turn around, but how is this going to turn around? And if you look back historically, especially last year, now that we've lost the 4 matches, you need at least 50 to 55 points, I would think, to get into the playoffs.
We need 55 points in order to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is rarefied air for us in previous seasons.
Yeah, at 55 points, pretty comfortable, just limping in really at the last spot. So where we are now with our positioning
with 2 points, folks. Remember, we have 6 games, 4 losses, 2 draws. That means we have 2 points.
Yeah. So if from here on out they win every single league match, we would end at 69 points. Nice. It's a cool number. Yes. It's a cool number to end at. But that's 100% of wins.
100% winning for the next
for the
rest of the season. For the next 24 matches, that means 72 points. No, really? 72 points?
69.
We would end on 69.
Mm-hmm.
So 67 points available? 24 games?
23 games.
23 games. Okay, got it. Okay.
And again, so if we were to aim for 55 points,
right,
that means that from here on out, MBFC can only lose 5 times.
And we've lost 4 already.
Exactly. We've done 6 and there's 30, so there's 24 matches left. Of those 24 matches, we would have to win or draw what is it? 24 19.
Okay.
Right. 19.
We would have to win or draw 19.
The next 19 out of the 24 matches,
yeah,
we would have to win or draw to have a chance at the playoffs. So, dude, it is
squeaky. As they say in England, it's squeaky bum time.
Yeah, it is early in the season, but when you look at the mathematics, especially with those 4 matches withdrawn, it's really tough. They have to start winning now.
That doesn't include this weekend. That's the Prinx Tire Cup. But
no, yeah,
it would be nice. It would be nice to get a win against Oakland. But yeah, that.
Well, can I? Whatever. Can I? I talked about this when we were at the coffee shop earlier, but I'm gonna say it. And if I know Jordan's,
we are so close. Using your mic.
Oh, sorry. Johnny 5 doesn't move there now. Johnny 5 is just static.
I'm looking for that one frame that we can use as our thumbnail.
Oh, we need to go in. Why am I doing the gun thing?
I don't know.
Let me just do another. All right, one of those two
will work. Okay, all right. So
and again,
we need a hit streak. We need a win streak. But yes,
and I hate to be real and to be honest, but we've talked about this, and why talk about it privately if I'm not comfortable enough saying it. Whatever, because this is a real thing. Like, these are real human beings, calling for somebody's job and saying, oh, they should be fired and this and that. It's not that simple. It's so easy to say that behind a keyboard.
Yeah,
keyboard warriors. I hate this person, but these are real human beings
and livelihoods and that kind of thing.
Exactly, yep. And they have families and all that. But the reality is I'm not gonna, I rather our team have success than fold because we were just trying to be nice people or whatever. And I Oh my god, I lost my train of thought trying to be all fucking philosophical and calling people out. And we're on YouTube, we're on the internet, we're completely fine. And somebody, a Brummy would be okay with it. No. Yeah. And so
from Birmingham.
That is my thing. Is if it's not working, we have an assistant manager who has a UEFA A license.
That's true.
That is one below the pro.
That's true.
He can caretake a Premier League team. He could caretake a League One team. He could caretake any UEFA,
any European team. He would be able to be a caretaker manager in the event of the dismissal of a UEFA Pro licensed manager / coach.
Yeah, and on top of that, he has USL experience,
as MLS experience as well.
Yeah, and last season, what's Troy? There we go, Troy. And last season, he spent the with Tampa Bay Rowdies. The league has this like a
exchange program.
Internship. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exchange internship program kind of thing. Yep. So again, this guy knows the league. This guy has experience in the league. He has one of the highest license. I mean, basically, other than the UEFA Pro,
right?
That's got to be one of the highest licenses you can get.
Yep. And an A license is up there. So
it is. So if we have that guy in the wings, why not give him? And again, this is not a knock on Jordan.
No,
like I said, Jordan as a person, I love the dude. I saw him play and give his heart up for the Quakes.
For the Quakes, absolutely.
And come here from a foreign country. He's not from here, and he's stuck around
Birmingham.
Yeah, and
not to be confused with Birmingham. He's from Birmingham, England.
Yeah, and the Quakes are barely seem to kind of be turning around, but for the last couple decades, it's been rough going. And he was one of those that stuck around.
Yeah,
and he could have gone elsewhere because he had the skills too, but he stuck around in San Jose. So I fully respect that. And then he went to manage at the lower level, so he was a Quake through and through.
Yeah. Quakes 2, which then became the town. That was over there in Oakland or Moraga at St. Mary's College. So I don't lose that train of thought. No, Anthony, the answer to your question on Instagram was 5%. And Angel Espinola says, I agree with you, Oz. We need to keep working like a team. We'll see the results soon. And I believe that too. I think we talked about this. So far, we've talked about this every episode this season. We've talked about the influx of new players. We've gotten 20 new guys, 2 brand new keepers. Almost the entire defense is new, other than Nico Gordon and Joel Garcia Jr.
And Nico's been out.
And Nico's been injured up until, Saturday was his first start of the season. He was on the bench on April 4th against San Antonio. He then did not travel for the next game. So it's been awkward. But
we got 74 minutes out of Nico, and that was first time.
I think it's time. And they didn't play him the whole match. They took him off as
Adrian got taken out of half
at halftime. So we're bringing back the walking wounded gingerly. So that we don't rush them back. We're getting them minutes in their legs. We're getting them minutes on the pitch. We're making sure that they're coming back from these injuries the right way, so that we don't burn them out and then injure them again. Because these guys have been out for a while. Adrian's been out since last season with a pretty bad injury, and then Nico's been out since preseason. So again, first time we saw him was this on the pitch was this last weekend. So Joey says we need some new ideas and some sort of spark before it's too late. So elephant in the room. What happened to the ball boys? I don't know. What happened to the ball boys?
At Cardinale or
at Cardinale or in Colorado?
I mean, that is actually a great question because I have not seen ball kids.
There's Andy, Andy for County down in Orange County. Hey, Andy, good to see you on Instagram over there. No, I don't know the answer to the question, Daniel.
I love that he calls us nerds, dude. He gets it. Andy gets it.
Last episode, he said, "What's up, soccer nerds?" And
nerds, baby.
There you go. All right. So, do you want to play around with? I took a picture of your notebook. Do you want to play around with that for a bit?
Pull it up because you had been talking about the 3 in the back.
All right, guys. Dan is a closet football manager geek. So here comes Andy calls us nerds. I'm about to prove it. So here he goes.
No, exactly, because there
you go. So Oz was fooling around with his notebook.
More of the middle.
The bottom one.
Yeah.
So if you were looking at, where's Johnny Klein? He wasn't on the traveling team, and he was not on the injury report. I guess he just didn't travel.
This is so cool. You guys get to see the illness in real life.
If you look at what Oz is playing with, especially the bottom graphic, and this is whiteboarding in real time, so we can look at this. You can see that we can start with Egu and Gordon and Milosevic in the back. Well, that's a 4. That's a back 4. Back 4 of Garcia Jr., Egu, and Gordon in the middle. And then Milosevic. No, hear me out. Yeah. Milosevic. We've been playing with Belmar Joseph and Nick Ross. Yeah. That's who we started in midfield. Yeah. We started with Rebelliar, Leggett, and Leggett, and then Elijah Paul. That was our starting 11 in Colorado.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, so then if you look at the top of the page, guys, now, obviously, we've got a couple of injuries that aren't we got a couple of guys that are injured that are listed in our formation here. But Egu, Gordon, and Milosevic could make a back 3.
Right? Yeah.
We could play Blancas out on the left. We could play Johnny Klein out on the right. We could play with Leggett and Nick Ross in the center. We could play Paul as like a withdrawn forward.
That's what,
we could start with Riley Bedois and Wesley Leggett up front. So it's a 3-4-1-2.
Yeah,
exactly, or 3-4-3.
Exactly.
With a withdrawn striker.
Yep.
So it's again, this is us nerding out on.
Well, because the defender's there. What are you going to follow Paul up, or are you going to maintain your line?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, what we've been playing is a lone striker, and then the idea is we've got a 10 behind him, and then wingers that pinch, that come in to support. We've also been playing those wingers trying to stick to the side to the touch line and try and make crosses. They haven't been coming off. That's just unfortunately that's just the way that goes. Let me go back to
the crosses were much better. We just don't have someone. We don't have a Holland that has a header that can just. Bloop, bloop.
Oh, got it. Ball kids have been replaced by orange cones. That's right. Yeah. So they got orange cones, and then they put the balls on the cones. Yep. Understood. Yeah. Johnny Klein. There's Daniel. That I know. Okay, that's Daniel. Zach Farnsworth needs to be out there. That's the thing, Esther. You got to start playing with your formation, and you're going to have to keep some guys in reserve in case you get an injury. And Nico Gordon is our captain. It could be Kelsey Egu or Zach Farnsworth in the back there. Egu is a naturally left-footed center back, where Nico Gordon is right-footed, Milosevic is right-footed, and Farnsworth are right-footed.
Well,
so
Egu I relate a lot to like Gahey. He just seems to just be he can do these little things. He takes the correct risks, and just crushes the offense.
The big thing that we don't see on those graphics, and I think we don't see Stu Ritchie out there, and that's because he's injured. Joel Garcia has been asked. Joel Garcia Jr. has been asked to play as a makeshift left back, and sadly, unfortunately, every match that we've played with Joel Garcia at the left at left back, he's gotten a yellow card.
Well, and that 3 at the back prevents him because he's at 4. Yeah. Joel's next yellow, he's suspended.
He gets a 1 match ban.
Yeah, so correct. He has 5 weeks to get one rescinded, but it's not going to happen.
So Brett, if you look at the far left of the screen where you see Angel City and Colorado Rapids and everything, that's the whiteboard. So we thought about it. And maybe in the
now
future,
that we could put up graphics, I'm gonna just do that.
But then we can't draw it. So I mean, that's another thing that we'll play with.
And then Mama T bought these, and she's gonna be like, "Why did I buy these if you guys aren't gonna use these?"
This is true. We have to use blue or we have to use black. We can't use red.
She even went with our most vibrant ink.
There you go.
She was like, "I know you have to see this on TV."
There's Martin Medina. Hello, Martin Medina. Jordan has been a staunch 4-2-3-1, four at the back, 2 defensive midfielders that kind of dual pivot with each other, 3 attacking midfielders, for lack of a better term, and a lone striker. MBFC has been losing ever since the ball boys were replaced by Orange Coats.
We got to look into that. We got to. Can we do a thesis or something on that? There is some truth there.
But you know what? So I have to.
This beer is so good, by the way.
April 4th.
Steal.
April 4th was my first game back in Cardinale Stadium in terms of the league in over a season. So I thought we had ball kids. So you're telling me that on April 4th, ball kids were replaced by orange cones? I'm going to have to go. Well, I would love to go back and look at that, but unfortunately, Galazzo doesn't do replays, unlike ESPN Plus.
I challenged them to a beer chugging competition, and all those kids lost. Cowards, losers.
All right, so
they were like, "Get out of here! You can't chug like us. You can get out of here."
We're seeing our new players, our new squad, our new roster coming together, and they're starting to gel. Ball boys are the new geese. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Martin. You know what we need? We need a sound effect for that. So, do I have one? I don't think so.
We need one here as well.
Yeah, we do. We need. There's a song called "Feeding the Ducks," but we can't hear it. Only the people that are online will hear it. So no, we won't do that to you. The guys are starting to come together, but to Oz's point, we need to start getting some results very quickly, or else we are in danger of falling behind the pack very quickly and not being able to make up ground. That said, this squad, this club in our now 5 seasons has been streaky. That first season we played 7 games on the road to start the season. We lost 6. We won 1. And in that 1 game, we lost our starting goalkeeper for the rest of the season. And then he retired after that. But then we came good. We started to build some momentum once we opened our season at Cardinale Stadium. The following season, we started well. Then we got into that May-June session, and then we got some injuries, and then we fell apart. The following year, we started hard, got some wins, then got injuries and started falling apart again. So, I mean, we're seeing this group, for whatever reason, tends to be a little streaky. This is not the streak we wanted to start with, and we're hoping that we're going to be able to turn it around as quickly as possible to start getting some results and put points on the board.
So in 1981, the San Francisco Giants had a motto for their season, and
Tony,
and I think that we need to reincorporate it here in 2026 for Monterey Bay FC. You know what the motto was for the San Francisco Giants in 1981? Hang in there. Hang in there. Don't give up, baby.
Don't.
We got 24 more matches.
Do you remember the slogan for the Earthquakes in 2003 when we went deep into the playoffs? Remember when we remember all of a sudden you saw that
they're like, what are we doing here?
We saw the sheet, the banner that said "We believe," because nobody thought. I mean, we were playing this. We played Kansas City Wizards in the first round, and we weren't allowed to. I mean, we weren't expected to come through there. We came through 2 legs there. Then we went to LA and gave up 2 goals, and then they came up to Spartan Stadium and they scored 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. So we were down 4-0, and then we came back and scored 5 unanswered goals to go on to the next one.
It doesn't get the respect that it deserves. It's the best comeback in MLS history.
For me, it's the best game in MLS history.
Yeah.
You know what's frustrating me? I can share our comments on screen from on YouTube, but I can't share the ones on Instagram. So I'm monitoring the Instagram ones so I can talk to them. Amir says the players tell ball boys faster or slow down to help. There has been some controversy about that in England, about the home ball kids getting the ball to the home team quicker so that they can move faster, and then slowing down. And we've also seen some players manhandle ball kids, because they're not getting the ball fast enough.
Kick them. I don't have kids. I don't know what that means. Kick them. kick children.
Anything for the 8th round. Clock it. Esther says our borrowed player for the Earthquakes was fire in their last match. This is true. Asumi Buddha had a hell of a game against LAFC. We talked about that briefly. The Earthquakes went to BMO Stadium in LA to play LAFC, having in 12 appearances have only won 1 game, and
no wins in the last 5.
No wins in the last 5, and in 6 minutes in the second half went 3-0 up. The third goal was an LAFC own goal, but Timo Werner, our only DP now that Espinoza is in Nashville, but the quick Timo Werner set up a Buddha for the first goal, then he scored a goal for himself, then the own goal, then the LAFC came back and got one. It was an Earthquake's own goal, yeah. And then Buddha scored again. And if you go look at that Buddha goal, the second Buddha goal, Preston Judd was in the center, pointing at his feet. Give me the ball, please. And Buddha just went near post. And the way it curved and completely threw Lloris off his game, and it snuck into the goal. It was fantastic.
And they're doing it with homegrowns. They're doing it with young guys that they're bringing up.
Jen says we don't need to talk about this. Jen, as an LAFC fan, I'm sorry, but we are, me and Oz, we're dyed-in-the-wool Quakes fans. We've been Quakes fans for a long, long time.
LAFC isn't that harsh, but it's still an LA soccer team. And
Amir says that Buddha missed a penalty for us. Now he's good. The new rule, no ball boys. It will be. I don't know. I don't know if USL has gone to no ball kids now, and we're following a bunch of other leagues and doing the orange cone thing. What was it in? Was it in Indianapolis where the balls were? I was paying attention. In Indianapolis, the balls were up on tripods. They were up at like waist height. They didn't have to reach down at all. They just went over and pulled one off of a tripod. So there you go. Okay. So this Saturday is the Prinx Tire Company, switching gears, the Prinx
I want free
Tire
tires.
Company
I want free tires.
Cup, our first game in the cup.
Anything until I get free tires.
And we're playing Oakland Roots again. Looking forward to this again, to see our friends amongst the Los Roots homegrown hooligans, the fan groups, the supporters groups that come down with the Roots. We always have a great time with them. Also going to say, we got to mention,
we're not on Hagenberger.
We're also going to mention the tailgate that is happening over on the.
It's beautiful.
It's which state park is it?
It's not the Dunes, Marina Beach.
It's not Marina Beach. Marina Beach is at the end.
Whatever used to be Stillwell Hall.
Okay, so yeah, so 12. What used to be 12th Street or 8th Street, the 8th Street Bridge. It's the overpass before you get to Imgen Parkway. So if you go over that overpass, that state park right there, Rising Tide and Inches and Forza is our.
I'm trying to decide because I want to take some ribs or some pulled pork, but I have to time it correct. If we're going to be there at 2 p.m., that means like I have to put my meat on at like 3 a.m.
Well, because you could smoke it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And
that's
so
that's
I'm
an
trying to-
early
so I'm
morning
trying to
for
figure-
you.
I'm trying to. It's so fun, dude. I have a Traeger. Okay, I have a Traeger. Let's be real. It's a boys' easy bake oven. It's a simple little. It's cute, and it's so fun. There's no work to it. You just like 350 and push a button.
Yeah,
and
but
you
you're
make
still
sure
doing it
you're
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You do have to wake up to
So-
do that.
Low and slow is the name of the game.
And it does come out very, very well. So I'm trying to time it.
But the flyer says the tailgate begins at 3 p.m. And I think their plan is to be shut down by 5 p.m. so that they can start heading over to the stadium because kickoff is at 7.
Yeah, you're
So-
close to the stadium, but again, it's one of those.
It's a mile and a half.
As
guys.
the crow flies, if you could walk straight to it, it'd be a pretty simple walk. But it's a little of a.
It's a roundabout.
You got yeah.
Fort Ord,
Fort
goodness
Ord
gracious.
Dunes. There.
Fort Ord Dune State Park. Thank you, Brett.
Well, no, isn't that the one more north?
No, that's Marina State Beach.
That's Marina Station. Okay, so it is Fort Ord Dunes.
Yep. Fort Ord Dunes.
It is a really small place.
Yeah.
But it's super cool.
Yep.
The Rangers have come up and just said, yeah, go for it. Just stay here and be respectful.
Yep.
It's kind of like an Orange County type situation.
Pack it in, pack it out.
Yeah.
Look after your trash, take care of it. Don't leave the park better than you found it.
And we're from here, so we all know that.
Exactly.
We've all been hiking in all these state national parks. We know what that's like.
Yep.
And again, it isn't ideal. Of course, I would love to be 10 feet away from the front gate, but that's what we got. And it's a beautiful. You're looking at dunes and Monterey Bay and Monterey and PG coming up.
I believe if you were driving
gorgeous.
If you were driving on Highway 101, it would be officially listed as a Vista Point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta check it out.
And that's our hangout tailgate location.
Yep.
Not ideal, but absolutely beautiful. Bring your drinks, bring food, bring whatever.
Yep.
And especially because Oakland people, they're gonna come hard.
Yeah. And it's all we're gonna see Mo, we're gonna see Steve, we're gonna see all of them, Alejandro, see all of those folks. Looking forward to it. And again, that's in the Prinx Tire Company Cup.
Give me free tires.
The replacement for the Jägermeister Cup that was last year. And then next weekend, the game, not next weekend, the weekend after, May 3rd, the game is on Sunday at 4 p.m. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. on Sunday.
No, City plays Burnley tomorrow. And if we beat Burnley, guess who's on top of the Premier ship?
It's a nice place close to the stadium. Angel says that.
What a beautiful team. How about Ryan Shirky? Have you ever seen this? Oh, speaking of that, we need a box-to-box central, some kind of midfielder that has energy.
Stop. I know where you're going.
Bernardo Silva is leaving in the summer.
I know. Don't even.
Where's he going to go?
I don't know.
He could come over here. He's got a nice beach. Joey's Portuguese.
This is true.
They can hang out. Him and Cuzzo, they eat whatever they eat. I don't know.
Joey, I think what Oz is asking you is to reach out to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva from Man City. He's leaving Man City this summer. See if you can convince him. Tony, if you're watching, James, if you're watching, Marco, if you're watching, the guys from MBFC, if you guys are watching, I'm sure Tony's looking at it. The director of recruitment is looking at it. Bernardo Silva is going to be available this summer.
Free.
So let's go.
Open.
So
that
just says yes, please.
And why not?
We'll see you after the kitty footy, but so excited finally. Yes, it's going to be great to see Jessica and Anthony and the boys back at Cardinale Stadium. It's going to be good stuff.
You know who the ref was for Arsenal Man City? Anthony Taylor.
Oh boy.
It was him.
Yeah.
It was Jess's dude.
Hold on. Producer Mary. This is why we have a producer. One moment. Producer Mary says Based on provided search results, there is no indication that USL, the United Soccer League, has eliminated ball kids, boys and girls. The search results mentioning new restrictions on ball assistants returning balls directly to players. Therefore, USL matches continue to use ball assistants. Premier League changes, on the other hand. New rules implemented in 2024 prohibit ball assistants from handing balls directly to players to avoid unfair advantages, requiring them to place balls on cones instead. USL usage, ball kids are still a regular part of USL and other US soccer match day operations. Thank you, Mary.
I like how Mary doesn't use AI and she does her own research.
She
and,
does.
and writes on her own.
Yep.
That was obviously no AI. Zero AI was used in that response.
Over on Instagram, Joey has accepted his mission as our Portuguese representative. He will be reaching out to Bernardo Silva to see if we can get him there. Angel Espinola says we have Caipirinha. Is Caipirinha
I'll drink
available?
some the Brazilian drink.
Is that what he's talking about? Is that what he's bringing to the tailgate? Mary said it was Google. As my late mother would have said, I put it in the Googler. Spaceship Mommy says Anthony Taylor sucks. So anyway, guys,
Which one?
What, Anthony Taylor?
Your last name is Taylor, Jess. What is it time for?
Daniel says, tell it to the orange cones, Mary.
They were just cones.
What is it that time for 11:30? Those are strong. Okay. Ooh. What is the time for at 11:30? I don't know.
We just started some kind of domestic thing. With Jess
it is.
And Aunt.
There
I'm
is
sorry.
something.
We were just trying to make fun of what you're.
We look forward to seeing you at Cardinale on Saturday. Again, Oz, you are right, because some things you can't trust AI with. That's what Owen says. Yeah, the true Owen. Mary is. I don't know. So, all right. So again, to recap,
Does Mary get does the ambulance hang out in her driveway?
No.
I could just picture her just like shining it up. It's like looking hella cool.
no, the ambulance,
Just cruising through Bismarck.
Bismarck is
Going around the roundabouts. If you're a volunteer, why not? What do you want to do? Take my ambulance away?
that. I will tell you that the ambulance is badass. So, okay. Again, to regroup and recap, our trip to Colorado Springs, not so good. We have the Prinx Tires Cup
Both
this weekend.
Mary has two. Mary has dub ambulances.
Yes, there are two ambulances. That's correct. It's a garage.
Does she? Have you ever driven like straddled both of them and you're driving like Mad Max type?
These are big ambulances. So yeah,
Mary's big person.
My aunt Mary is 5'4".
She's a strong woman.
This is true. So all right, the English one on the desk.
Yeah, Anthony.
Oh, sorry, Jess. The clock on the table. Last show, I kicked the surge protector underneath the table.
Mean Time. We're running Greenwich Mean Time now.
Mary says, "Don't tempt me," and she's 5'4" on a good day. I kicked the surge protector under the table, which then reset all of the electronics. It knocked out the board and everything. Sadly, we walked out of the studio when we were done last time. So we have not reset the clock. We will reset the clock. So,
you can see it there.
Yeah, you can see it on the edge of the camera.
Oh wow, that's a really wide angle.
It is. And I don't know. I mean, it's further back than we've been before, but that's why Ellie said I'm liking the look of the studio. So,
how about all the ladies knitting on Saturday?
So yes, if you have not joined our Premier League morning group, you should go and at least check it out, because we have some avid knitters in our
Kat literally went to like Michael's and
and bought more yarn. While knitting needles.
Yeah,
We forgot knitting needles.
She was like, you guys are knitting here. I'm gonna go. Cats, and I mean, you've seen Johnny O's.
If you've seen Johnny O in the
awesome.
stadium, he's got the octopus, the knitted octopus
Knitted.
hat.
It's such
It's so awesome.
awesome.
And he has a flag sleeve or flag cape. Jen is actively knitting now, and I know that Jen is making her sweater for Project Hail Mary. She's making the replica of that sweater. So
that's still on HBO Max.
And then Esther was knitting, Kat was knitting, Jen was knitting, Holly, Kyle and Holly Dominguez, the couple that I married, Superfan Dan married. Holly came to our the Vegas watch party and was knitting actively. So she's a nurse at Chomp, so she's not coming to Premier League mornings.
Do any of you use Lion brand yarn? When I
Lion LYON, like Miles Lyons that used to play
like
for us,
Lion, like Mufasa.
Like Mufasa. Okay, all right.
So so for 20 years, I managed a stamp company. We did stamps for the scrapbooking
Cal Clear
industry.
Stamp.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And every January, I would go down. For the first 10 years, it was Orange County. And in Orange County, it was a big trade show.
Got it.
Giant scrapbooking trade show. One of the highlights of the weekend was Lion brand yarn. Lion
LION.
like again rare. They would do a fashion show hosted by Vanna White. And these women would come out in these clothes that were
made of lion yarn.
Yeah, lion yarn. Lion yarn is some high level
And this
stuff.
this is every year.
Yeah.
And you went to the trade show
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah, and it was Vanna White. Just chilling with Vanna White. Super cool. I got to meet Paris Hilton too, because Paris Hilton came out with like a sticker. Paris Hilton is awesome. It's a joke. Like she plays this character that like, oh, I'm a dumb blonde or whatever. That's a character. She does all that.
Jen says she is familiar with lion yarn, but she doesn't normally use it.
It's expensive.
Is it something that you can run off to Michael's and get?
I'm sorry, Jennifer. Jennifer's like, what do you mean it's expensive? I'm gonna go get freaking rolls of this.
If you guys remember, if you guys remember, Jen knitted Casey, our shark. So in Monterey Bay colors, I'd like to remind everybody, and we learned a lot about shark anatomy that night. So there you go.
And she gave me the shark shirt. I really love the shark shirt.
Oh yeah, all the different sharks.
And well,
it's acrylic. She does. Oh, a lion yarn is. She says lion yarn is acrylic, and she doesn't like working with acrylic. There you go. All right. Okay. We are over on YouTube, and we're coming up to the hour on Spotify.
We did a good hour.
So
we have not won this year, but we do an hour every. You guys are awesome. I love hanging out with you. And win, lose, or draw. Like these Tuesdays are they're just fun. It's when we can hang out with you guys.
We also want to remind you that the Monterey Bay Sirens, their home opener is May 9th.
$42 season tickets.
Is it 42 or 44? I think it's 44.
It's between $40 and $50 season tickets.
4 games. Check it out. And if you're a season ticket holder already for the men's team, there's a 5th game in there. It's a doubleheader that it's a bonus ticket for you. Also, don't forget the Saturday is Teacher Appreciation Night. So, Lion, yeah. Daniel says, I heard lion yarn is acrylic. Ew. Shark shirt came from Mama T. I thought that was the case. So Mama T gave you the shark shirt.
Is that Esther's, Daniel?
I think it is. I missed that. He's Danny Big Boots to me, but yes, Daniel. I think Daniel Weinstein is Esther's Daniel. So Seaside Sirens is what Daniel says. All right, cool. All right. So and Angel says it is 44. It's time to make it. It's time to make its way. It's too expensive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all right.
$44, $10. And we have a great women with Salinas Football Femenil, with CSUMB women's soccer. We have a pretty strong women's.
I spoke to the
tie.
Sirens coach this morning. We will be interviewing her for the drop-in.
Laura
Van Wart. We'll have her on the drop-in. We'll have an interview with her that we'll bring on at some point. But she said of the 36 gals that they brought in to camp, 26 of them all had local ties to the greater 831 area. Some of them were, up from the Bay Area. Some of them as far away from SAC. But
I know the Sac. Remember that I met the Sacramento girl. I don't know if that's her, but I was at the Brass Tap, and there was a family that said, "Hey,
comes a tangent.
We're from Sacramento. Our daughter played her first 2 seasons in Nashville or somewhere." In that area,
CSUMB assistant coach Christian Materazzi is in the comments over on Instagram. Hi, Christian. Good to see you.
How's it going? Great program that you guys have. Because again, literally, this story, their daughter was going out to in Nashville or whatever,
was going to college in Nashville,
and she was like, she's a defender, and we're not feeling this program, so they started doing a national search of like, hey, we believe in our daughter and in her abilities, and they came across CSUMB.
Yep.
And Laura.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm just some dude. I'm just that Brass Tap,
who happens to be talking to this family.
It was Jen's fish book.
Oh yeah, you were reading the book about. Yeah, the ichthyology book that Jen gave you for your birthday or for Christmas.
Because the dad worked for the U.S. Fish and Game.
Got it. Yep, got it.
So that's where they were like, wait a minute, this is a fish book? And I was like, yeah, go ahead and read it. And they were like, this book's awesome.
We're circling back, folks.
It's so crazy. This is how it works. Again, and this is how it works. This is the commune. Again, Jen, I don't know if she's still listening. But Jennifer gave me this book because she realized that I'm a nerd in that way, and that book just being sat there at the table next to me made this connection. I don't know.
Oz also likes talking to people. We all like talking to people, which is why we're here. So okay, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, she is listening. Yeah,
yep, she's listening. There's our fish.
It's so good.
Okay, guys, thanks so much for hanging out and spending your Tuesday evening with us. If you're watching later, you're watching the Drop-In 831 here in Salinas, California, where we talk about all things Monterey Bay FC and tangents. Join us on Tuesday evenings, usually starting at 7 p.m. But yeah, come back and see us again, where we broadcast live on both YouTube and on Instagram. On Instagram, you have to go find me at superfandan831 because the Drop-In 831 doesn't have 1,000 followers yet. That's why we can't do lives over there. So, but anyway, we
send us any questions or comments.
Yeah, any questions, comments, you can find us at the Drop-In 831. Reach out to us. We love hearing from you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you at Cardinale Stadium this Saturday. Kickoff is at 7.
Marina Dunes at 1 p.m.
Not Marina Dunes, Fort Ord Dunes. Fort Ord,
somewhere along the beach.
Fort Ord Dunes State Park. We have a tailgate that is being set up by the Rising Tide and Salinas Valley Hinchas over there at Fort Ord Dunes State Park. If you are on Highway 1, it's the overpass just before you get to Imjin Parkway. It's the former 8th Street, Fort Ord 8th Street bridge.
And there's parking right on the other side of that bridge. I know in the actual parking lot.
And Owen is already beating me to it. So Owen is saying it's time to say goodnight, Oz. So, all right, folks, everybody, great hanging out with you on this Tuesday evening. Once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Owen, you got to post a picture with the hat on.
All right. Cheers, nerds. We'll talk later. Thanks Izzy Bertolucci from the Sirens is also over there on Instagram. Thanks, Izzy. Thanks for joining us. Go back and watch us. We'll post the live on Instagram, and then this will also be in the live over on the Drop-In 831 over on our YouTube channel.
It's perpetual, baby.
All right. Thanks, everybody. And it's time to say goodnight, Oz.
Good night, Oz.
Take it easy, everybody. Good to see you.